Hello and welcome to Sports Central in Newcastle for the BBL Championship clash between the Newcastle Eagles and the Surrey Heat right here on Sky Sports. It's second meets third as both look to close the gap on leaders Leicester. Whoever wins will finish the night above the other in the table, as well as securing first blood in the crucial season series. Before we tip things off, let's have a look at how it stands in the championship table. Newcastle can move level on points with the Riders if they win tonight, but will slip behind Surrey into third if the Heat prevail. There's a 4-point gap back to Plymouth, who host Leicester this weekend, and they've got the Lions and Rocks hot on their heels. So too the Phoenix, who now got their eyes on that pack, while Sheffield will get into that mix if they can win their extra games. Manchester and Durham are also below the line, with Mersey hoping Santa might bring them a win this Christmas. Well, before I introduce my guest for tonight, I can confirm the BBL have said no rule change. There will only be one loser from tonight's game. Bad luck, Rob, who wanted both of them to lose. It's the Leicester Riders boss, Rob Paternostro. Rob, I know you don't like to look at league tables this early in the season, so for your reference, second meets third. It's a promising clash.
Yeah, it is. Both teams playing very well this season. I guess Newcastle expected, but with Surrey, you know, they're a team that nobody expected to play this way. But what I've liked about them from the beginning of the season is they've played defense and they've played together.
If we concentrate on the Eagles for a moment, still struggling with all of these injuries. They've proved they can play through that against Plymouth, but at some time that's got to catch up to you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's an interesting weekend. They lost to Worcester. Charles Smith goes down 6 minutes into the game. Long ride to Plymouth. You're saying, can they do it? Well, when you watch that game, it was all about heart and determination, but more importantly, making the correct plays down the stretch.
And if we look at the Heat, pretty easy one to judge. Holmes, you've got to watch all three of them.
Holmes to the third power. Travis Holmes, Chavis Holmes, the twins, and Frank Holmes, all three are doing very well right now. Chavis Holmes fills up the stat sheet. MVP-type season so far, so look out for him tonight.
And you don't get to 10-2 in the table like they do without having some depth. They've got some options on that bench as well.
They do. They've got guys that are stepping up at the right times. You have Julius Joseph, the veteran. Albert Margai's had a good year, and even the coach's son, Kalen Raftopoulos. All three have contributed.
Well, it promises to be a cracking game between two top teams. Earlier, I spoke to both coaches to gauge their opinion. Well, Fab, first off, injury report. What's the latest on your guys?
We're just banged up right now. It's just that part of the season when you're playing back-to-backs all the time, and it's just wear and tear of the season. We're still going to be without Charles Smith tonight, calf strain, and everybody else is just pretty much beat up. We got a couple of ankles, a couple of hamstrings, a groin, and an elbow, and I'll let you choose and pick which one it is.
And you're in a tough run of games as well. Plymouth, you've played 3 times, Worcester, and now Surrey, another top team.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just, it happens to everyone, so you can't cry about it, and that's what makes the season interesting. That's what makes it extremely competitive, and also that's what, you find out your identity and how you're going to play. This is a top team. Got to give the Heat a lot of respect. They've been floating under the radar a lot from everyone, and they've been catching teams by surprise. I think Creon did a fantastic job in a rebuilding phase, and a new launch of the new team with it being Surrey. Change of a few players, kept 1 or 2, and he has his guys playing very well. And it's easy for me to say Holmes is playing well tonight.
Certainly is. Now, how do you shut them down? Any one of those 3 Holmeses?
Oh man, it's going to be tough. I mean, because the twins bring something a little bit different. And Big Frank Holmes been in the league for a while, and he had an up and down. Last season, I thought, and this season, he's playing big dividends for Creon. I think he has more of a leadership role within the team. The guys are following, and then also you got Julius Joseph still echoing in the background, being able to play. But it's going to be tough, especially the guards that they have in the guard play. They're playing together, and because they're brothers, they know each other inside out, and that's the advantage that they have of finding each other on the court. And last but not least, the whole team, they do the job on the defensive end. They create a lot of steals, and that pushes their offense and get them going. So, you know, we're going to have to make sure that we don't turn the basketball over and try and keep them out of transition.
Well, Frank, you guys have got off to a tremendous start this season. What do you put that success down to?
I just put it to the whole team. Like, Creon's just really been working with us on defense and just playing together, so it's been working so far.
And you had to deal with the injury to McLemore, but then you get Travis Holmes in the backcourt. You didn't have enough Holmes as it was.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good having Travis and Chavis. You know, it done turned out we've been winning games, and, you know, he done stepped in big time until McLemore gets back.
And Newcastle away, it's always a tough fixture. What do you have to do to beat the Eagles today?
Again, we just got to come out and play hard and play as a team. If we do that, we got the game.
And they've been struggling with some injuries, but they showed last week in that victory over Plymouth that they have the heart of a champion. They'll be tough to put down.
Oh, yeah, and we got heart of a champion too, so we're going to come out and do what we do and see how the game turn out.
And where do you think the key battles will be won and lost in this matchup?
Oh, I think it's just going to be the key battles. It's just going to be who brings the energy, who brings the effort. Whoever brings the energy and effort is going to win the game.
Good luck. Thanks for talking to us.
You.
Cheers, Frank. Well, tip-off just over a minute away. Let's have a look at the lineups for tonight's game. Starting with the Eagles, no Charles Smith out with a calf injury. Fab Flanoy, Joe Chapman do play despite carrying knocks. The absence of Smith leaves a big hole in the offense. They'll have to make that up either with some extra numbers from somebody or an even better defensive stand, Rob.
Well, you're looking at a team third in the league in scoring at 86 points a game. Last weekend, pretty much 2 games without Smith, only scored 73. But look for Kareem Maddox and Damon Huffman to be aggressive early and often tonight. Both guys have put up numbers this season, but tonight with Smith down, look for him to go from start to finish.
Well, let's take a look at the Heat lineup. It's our first glimpse of the Heat this season on Sky Sports, but you may need a double take thanks to Surrey's backcourt combo of twin brothers Chavez and Travis Holmes. If 2 Holmes isn't enough for you, they also have the ex-Lions and Riders forward Frank in there for good measure, as well as a couple of Raftopoulos. It's a commentator's nightmare, but Rob, not only is this lineup hard for us to call, it's a pretty scary team to play against. Travis Holmes in particular is playing very well.
Well, yeah, I mean, defensively they've been solid right from the start this year, but I love what Travis Holmes has given him on both ends of the floor. He's first in assists at 6 a game, 7th in scoring at 18 a game, and first in steals at over 3 a game. So he fills up the stat sheet, does a little bit of everything for the Surrey Heat.
Well, he certainly does. Peter Simic not in the lineup for the Heat. He's rolled an ankle. Does that put a little bit extra pressure on Frank Holmes because they look a bit thin on the bench, interior players?
Oh, yes, no doubt about it. When we played him earlier in the year, we thought Simic did a heck of a job for him, just giving him that strength underneath the basket. So it's important early that Frank Holmes doesn't get in foul trouble, because if he does, look for the Eagles to exploit them on the interior.
Well, avoiding foul trouble with somebody as athletic as Kareem Maddox about was no easy task, but Frank is a very athletic player, very active on the offensive glass, so he will definitely cause some problems inside. The 2 teams are out and ready to go. It will be Defoe, Maddox, Flanoy, Huffman and Chapman versus Holmes, Cricelli. It's easy to do that. Holmes, and Cricelli. Did I miss somebody? Margai, of course. Didn't see Albert sneaking over there behind Huffman. And it's Margai who brings it forward. This is Chavez Holmes. Margai again up top. Cricelli fires up from 16 feet, first points on the board.
Well, that's his game. He likes to hang around the high post here. One quick dribble, pull up, money for Cricelli.
Here's Defoe, long way from home. Gets it to Maddox. Now Defoe goes down to the low block and it goes to him. And he looks to attack quickly. Newcastle, almost every time you see them, love to establish Defoe in the first few plays.
Well, he's quick, he's big, but he's also quick. And he made a nice move on the baseline, hung in the air for the tough finish for 2.
Margai up top. Travis Holmes on the far side. Cricelli. Guarded by Flanoy, looking to go to work. Try to bounce that one in, and that was kicked by the foot of Defoe. So it will be a sideline possession for the Heat. It will reset to 13. If you look just there, a little boot by Defoe.
Well, he saved the layup. Looked like Frank Holmes would have been open underneath the basket. So that time, using the foot, save 2.
Holmes, double team, gets it out to Margai, penetrates in. Cuccelli again with a jump shot. That one's too long. Tipped down by Defoe, and Maddox picks it up. Here's Maddox. Chapman. Oh, nice. Hoffman open inside. Great feed from Joe Chapman to find him.
Wow, nice job from Chapman. He's done a great job with the assist this year. He's changed his game a little bit. Last year, more of a gunner. This year, does a great job of getting everybody else involved. Nice pass.
Holmes penetrates. Foul called on the floor as Chavis Holmes went to the hole.
We talked about that last assist from Chapman. He's second in the league in assists. Very impressive for a guy last season, you know, who really looked for his offense to come back this year and add more to his game. You know, the MVP of the league, but he comes back and he looks to be even a better player this year.
Margai penetrating in, has it knocked away. Defoe has a look of innocence on him, but two referees had blown the whistle, which is usually a sign. And Darius is called for the foul on the reach-in. Just caught him across the arm there. You know, like, got some ball as well.
You know, like your big guys to commit fouls. Reaching in, you got to save those for close to the basket when you're stopping the deuce.
Stolen away. Here comes Hoffman for the Eagles. Fakes at the pull-up. Drops it into Flanoy. Nowhere for him to go. Here's Defoe on the trail. And Chavis Holmes called for the foul on the block.
Looked like they had a good opportunity to score there. Thought Hoffman's pass was a little behind Flanoy, but Flanoy with the good hands was able to hold on, get it back out to Defoe to draw the foul.
Hoffman round the screen, still going, pulls up from 18 feet, hand in his face, good offensive boards from Defoe, can't convert, he's trying to pull it in again, but Frank Holmes got to that one. Travis Holmes onto his brother. Now Frank Holmes with the pull-up jump shot off the back of the ring, and easy rebound for Maddox. Maddox showing his dribbling skills down court. Oh, you love it when the big guy goes coast to coast.
Well, if you've watched him this year, you've seen a lot of that. He's able to put the ball on the floor, and he's quick for his size, but also can finish in the lane. Nice play from Maddox.
Cuccelli hands over to Chavis Holmes. Holmes from behind the arc for three. Bats it out. They will reset that. It was one of the things we were talking about before the game. Three-point shooting is not something that Surrey go too much.
Yeah, no, they struggle from the three-point line this year. This season, only making around 5 threes a game. Not able to convert. And Chavis Holmes, 4 for 26 coming into the game from the three-point line.
Every now and then, though, they do have a big three-point night. Joe Chapman shows them how it's done.
Well, you saw him make the pass, but don't forget, he can let it rip from deep. Nobody better in the league from shooting from long range. Chapman knocks it down.
Eagles jumping out to a 7-point lead here. Chavis Holmes dumps off to Travis. Can't quite convert. And there's a foul on the rebound. I think it's on Frank Holmes, is it? It must have been a little push. Should have made the layup right here, though.
Oh, that's an easy one. Chavis Holmes to Travis. Great pass. But Frank Holmes picked up the foul. That's a tough call for him. That's his first.
Well, as the teams take a timeout, so will we. We'll be back after the break. Well, last action was the offensive, well, the ball was up in the air. The foul on Frank Holmes, just pushing Defoe out of the way, trying to get the offensive rebound. So it's a Newcastle ball from the end. They lead by
12. You look at Newcastle on the other side, they attempt 20 threes a game.
Although Charles Smith will contribute significantly to that attempt rate, I would imagine, and obviously not tonight. There's Defoe going to work inside.
Oh, nice move from Defoe. He's tough down there. If you allow him to catch the ball deep, more times than not, he's going to put it in the basket.
Oh, Cuccelli was setting a screen there. Margai was passing it to him, but he managed to recover and come up with that ball. Holmes to Margai. Look at Flanoy in the low block, all over Cuccelli, and then he's asking for a foul his way.
Oh, he's working hard against Cuccelli after that first basket that Cuccelli made. Fab turned up the defense, and here, coming over the back. Well, that's a foul that, no problem, take it out of bounds, reset the defense.
Chavez Holmes dumps off to Frank Holmes, going hard. Good work from Flanoy. Didn't block the shot, but did enough to ensure that he missed it. Nice pass. Oh, Maddox just lost it for a second. Back out to Chapman for 3, not quite. Huffman going after the boards, but Surrey come down with it. Chavez Holmes penetrates off the glass. First points of the game for him.
Well, hey, I've given it to 2 guys right underneath the basket. They haven't made it. You know what? Yeah. I'm slick enough to get to the hoop and score. Like what I've seen out of Chavez Holmes so far. Looks like he's dialed in.
Flanoy gets it to Huffman round the screen. Huffman with the head fake, bounces it into Defoe and knocked away by Chavez Holmes. I think illegally so. Yes, the referee going to the table to call that one a foul. Just caught him across the wrist there. Well,
that was a nice play from Huffman. He used the up fake to create the space, and then he made a nice interior pass to Defoe. It's not easy to do, and you see that, you know, with good, solid point guards, fundamentally sound, the ability to go left, make the pass into the post, to go right, make the pass into the post. That's what I like about Huffman. Very fundamentally sound, does a lot of little things to help this Newcastle offense.
Well, Defoe needed a little help there from the front of the ring to get that one in from the free throw line, but he just had enough on it.
Well, good free throw shooter for a big guy, 70% for Defoe coming into the game. Good start from him.
And good start from the Eagles as a result. Darius Defoe with 6 points on the board. Eagles 13-4 lead. Chavez Holmes didn't have enough on that. I think he might have been looking for a whistle that wasn't coming. Maddox bringing it back the other way. Poor pass stolen away by Chavez Holmes. And Flanoy is beaten down court. Wisely gives up on that one.
Well, Surrey's got to do a better job of finishing around the basket. I've counted 3 layups that they've missed so far.
Chapman initially got good position, and Huffman tried to throw it into him, but Margai had recovered a little. Chavez Holmes onto Chavez and now Margai. Frank Holmes in the corner. Cricelli at the top of the key. Doesn't go, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Chavez Holmes. Double block there. Gets his own board. Gets it to his brother along the baseline for 2.
Chavez can get up. He rose up with the 2-handed finish on the baseline. Nice pass from Travis.
Huffman to Defoe. Nice spin. What a pretty play from Defoe. Doesn't get him any points, though. And Chavez Holmes pulls in the rebound. Lobbed in towards Frank Holmes, and he needed a roll, but it drops.
Oh, nice job from Chavez Holmes there. He got the rebound at the other end, pushed it up the court, and made a perfect pass over the top to Holmes, and they finally got the layup to go. Good comeback now from the Heat.
4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's timeout call by the Newcastle Eagles. But you can see Charles Smith there as the Eagles come back at such a massive loss.
Well, 9th in the league in scoring at 17 a game for Charles. 10th in steals. You know, you don't think about him defensively, but you know, I've heard Fab talk about it before, the impact he makes. Charles Smith also, we should mention, just scored his 5,000th point a couple weeks back. That's pretty incredible. I mean, you know, you get banners up in high school in America when you get 1,000 points, but he's put 5,000 on the board in the BBL.
It's a pretty short list of players that have reached such a landmark. Here's Joe Chapman, skips cross court to Defoe. Nice touch, he's really come to play.
Nice pass from Chapman. They went to the post from him, he read it, kicked it out to Defoe, and a quick move from Defoe.
Lobbed into Holmes again, goes strong. Defoe standing hard, and there's Frank Holmes called for his 2nd foul here. We talked about this right at the top of the game. That's a big foul.
That's a bad foul, too. You know, he missed the layup. You know, Defoe had the arm straight up and then just crashes into him. It was a tough call because it looked like he was going for a loose ball, but you know, he has to understand how important he is to this team, and you know, right now with 2 fouls, he'll take a seat on the bench.
Well, it'll be interesting to see when Creon brings him back in. They've changed up their defense here. Huffman fires from behind the arc. Maddox with the putback and he's fouled. Just checking because Defoe's gone down hard on the floor. That basket will count. He'll go to the line for the bonus. Defoe looked like he caught. Let's have another look. Where did Maddox come from?
Well, it's hard to box out in the zone compared to the man-to-man. They switched to the zone, and it's hard to box out guys that are coming from the top. The guards have to do a better job of that. Nice play from Maddox to fly in there and finish the deuce.
Well, Coach Raftopoulos there talking to Julius Joseph, and he's not happy. I think he's now trying to say that actually Defoe was the one committing the foul, but it was Joseph with a little shove in the back.
Well, Defoe's a better foul shooter than Maddox, but Maddox goes to the line and knocks it down.
No, I think he was trying to say that actually it was Defoe that had pushed Maddox in the back rather than Joseph, but I think the referee's got that one right. Huffman inside to Flanoy, bounces it on to Chapman, back towards Flanoy, but picked off by Cricelli. 3-on-1 here, nice. Cricelli on the end. Oh, he's missed the layup! And Newcastle pushing quickly the other way. Maddox, well, somehow gets it to Defoe. Great block by Cricelli, but still the Eagles have it. Defoe spinning. Did he walk with that?
Yes.
Yes, he did, said the referee.
Well, down here on the other end, Sam Cricelli, another wide open layup. I mean, that's 4 that they've missed. But give him credit. When you miss a layup sometimes, it's easy to hang your head, but he runs all the way back down 4 and comes up with the back down court, comes up with the big block to save the 2.
Well, Raftopoulos into the game for the first time. The diminutive figure wearing number 4 for the Heat. And Holmes attacks the basket, draws the foul from Flanoy, and it will be 2 free throws. I think that's the second on Fab.
There's a good drive, good quick first step, and Fab didn't like the call. It looked like he's, you know, hear him from here asking that if he jumps straight up. A good drive from Travis Holmes. I've liked what I've seen out of him. I saw Chavis early in the year when he played against and liked him, but I like Travis as well. Both are slick players who look like they have a good understanding of the game. They're both athletic, they're both quick, but they both look like they understand how to play basketball.
Well, interesting you say Fab didn't like the call. Have you seen a call that Fab does like that goes against him? But no, it's interesting you mentioned Travis Holmes. They started the season with Martel McLemore. He got injured, so they brought in Travis Holmes as cover while he's been out injured. And talking to Coach Raftopoulos before the game, he's saying maybe mid-January McLemore would be back and fit. But then they have a decision to make because they can't play Travis Holmes and McLemore. Chapman to Maddox. Maddox driving in, kicks it out. Hoffman low in the shot clock, can't convert the 3. Martin there for the offensive rebound, and he just shuffled his feet.
Whoa.
I think he did when he sort of bobbled the ball. I think he went up and down.
Well, usually Anthony Martin is going up against big guys, but going up against Kalen Raftopoulos, he said, get out of my way. I'm too strong for you. Was able to get the rebound, but unfortunately he traveled.
Joseph driving. Look at that from Julius Joseph. Just aggressive play, strong, hard to the hole. Drew the foul from Maddox.
Well, he's quicker than he looks at times. Gets by on the baseline. This is another one that, you know, when they look back on this game, they'll have expected to finish. That's a layup around the hoop. Right now, if Surrey had made those layups around the basket, they'd be in the lead.
First free throw is good.
Newcastle likes to front the post players, and that time they fronted Joseph, but the help was late, and Joseph took advantage of it. A little bit of pressure here. Just to slow Newcastle down and drop back into the 2-3 zone.
Well, just looking at the shot chart, Surrey have missed 7 shots on or inside the little charge block as Huffman hits a 3 around that little inner circle in the lane. 7 misses from that close to the basket. Ooh, Travis Holmes with the quick reply.
A nice spin move and pull up. But when you're getting those shots, you can look at it and say, hey, we're getting them, so just keep it going. If we get those shots, sooner or later, we hope they go down.
Huffman. Hickman win. First touch in the game. Skips it cross court to Huffman. Martin. Shot clock getting low.
Nice.
Back out to Huffman. Open. Raftopoulos dived at him, but too late.
A nice job by Newcastle, moving the ball around against the zone, and then Maddox, the big guy, with the kick out to the sharpshooter, Huffman for three.
Oh, and Travis Holmes this time showing his touch.
It's tough. Every time you see them score, you have to look at the number because they look so much alike.
Inside, Maddox off the glass.
Nice play from Huffman, bringing it up the floor, and Maddox has shown the ability to hang in the air a little bit and finish at the hoop.
Raftopoulos. Travis Holmes penetrates, kicks to Crucelli, just inside the three-point line for two.
Well, if you give him that shot, he's going to make 80% of them. He's just close to automatic from there.
Huffman glances at the clock. He fires from long range, almost hits as time expires here in the first quarter. Just a little hugging almost there at the end. But, well, you got to say that Surrey struggled early on. They missed a lot of close-in shots, but they're only 5 down at the end of one.
Yeah, I mean, you go into the break and you talk to your team and you say, we're right there. We just have to convert the easy ones. I think the zone defense with a little bit of a pressure helped them out with Holmes on the bench. But, you know, good first quarter. Both teams feeling each other out, putting points up on the board.
Still very much in the balance here in Sports Central. At the end of one, it's a 5-point lead to the Eagles. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Sports Central here in Newcastle, where the hometown Eagles are leading the Surrey Heat in this second versus third matchup. And they're making their way back out onto court. And interesting, Frank Holmes having a word with the referee, just getting some clarification. But is this a bit of a roll of the dice from Coach Raftopoulos? He's on 2 fouls, start of the second quarter.
Yeah, every coach is different, but yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want him to get 3 right away here because you'd probably have to take him out of the game. But I admire Coach Raftopoulos for it because, you know, you're going to have to play really well up here, and in order to play well, they're going to need Frank to play well. And that's why he's put him back on the court.
Ignoring. Gets it to Martin. Tossed down to Chapman, backing down, and that. How many times have you seen that? It almost always goes in.
Well, a little shimmy shake from Chapman. Marguerite did a good job playing him physical in the post, but that little shake, turnaround shot, nice move from Chapman.
It's almost unguardable because he falls away so far from the basket. You have to have really long arms to be able to get a hand in his face. Joseph spinning baseline, fighting through for some space, throws it behind Raftopoulos, drives underneath, slapped by Martin. Martin's eyes lit up. He thought he saw the ball, and in the end, he just caught the top of Raftopoulos' head.
He hit him hard on the head. Bam! Well, that's a dangerous play when you see a guy swing like that. I mean, he's going for the ball, no doubt, but hit him right on the head, and he's still holding that head on the foul line. Messed up the hair a little bit.
First one rattles in, his first point of the game.
Raftopoulos played about 12 minutes a game, 5 points a game, 35% from three-point range, been a good shooter, and 70% from the line.
Makes them both there, cuts the lead down to 5 again. Minute into the second period here in Newcastle. Joseph trying to barrel his way through a screen, sorry. Huffman has it now. Huffman turns the corner, past Joseph, nowhere to go, gets it out to Martin. Shot clock getting low, and I think he thought, should I shoot? Realized he had a second or two more, went for the drive and didn't get the ball down in time.
Good defense that time from Surrey. They're a physical defensive team. You could see that out there, banging around, but good job of the switch of the pick and roll by Joseph. But Anthony Martin, with that low on the shot clock, he's got to shoot that low.
Joseph steps back, tough shot, makes it look easy.
Nice move there. Faced him up from the post position. We've seen Joseph do that before, that little step back jumper. Nice play.
Chapman. Now it's Huffman on the near side. Chapman going down low, but Got up well there, Travis Holmes, to get his hands in the passing lane. Almost stole it away, just ran out of court.
You can see why he leads the league in steals. Not only does he have long arms, but he has great anticipation. Very difficult to play against.
Nice head fake step back from Chapman, doesn't quite go. Frank Holmes with the rebound. Chavez steps back into Frank Holmes, spinning, fires it up high, too high. Huffman given space, pulls and pops, doesn't go. Tipped loose by Joseph, and Chavez Holmes wins it forward.
Huffman's had some good look. He's made 2 of them, but he's missed about 4 wide open ones from beyond the arc.
Margai trying the fancy pass, wasn't really there and ended up bouncing it out of bounds.
You can see the difference with the Surrey Heat when Chavez Holmes has the basketball and when he doesn't. When he does have the ball, they seem much more under control. I've been very impressed with him this evening. He could have 6 or 7 assists tonight if guys have finished the layups.
And as it is, he only has 3. But 3 is a good number at this stage in the game. Chapman from behind the arc hits from downtown. Big shot from Joe Chapman.
Too much room there for Chapman. You have to stay up on top on the 3-point line. Defoe set a good screen there, and Chapman knocks it down.
Chavez Holmes along the baseline, trying to flip it back to Frank Holmes. Chapman picks up the loose ball. Newcastle got out, but Chapman couldn't get round to it. The defense prevented that. Maddox looking to spin back. You could see that was now in some ways Chavez Holmes gambled, but he's got to expect some help defense there.
Well, Maddox is not only a good basketball player, he's an intelligent basketball player, the Ivy Leaguer. He was smart right there. He knew he had the smaller player on him, took his time, finished for 2.
Raftopoulos under pressure, dumps off to Frank Holmes, and it's tossed up quick. That would be a goaltend, I think, because the net was pulled. There's bodies on the floor. I think Defoe's okay. He's slow up. Now, what it is it wasn't going in, but the net was pulled. You can't pull the net while the ball is up there. That's an automatic goaltend. So those 2 points will count.
Well, that was a good pass from Frank Holmes there. Caught the ball mid-post or so. Saw the cutting Margai hit him, and Margai will get credited for the 2.
Martin for the Eagles has Huffman behind the back to Maddox. Maddox looking to go to work on Joseph. Good defense from Joseph. He's still found a way to score.
Well, great defense, but you could see Maddox, how much confidence he has in his game right now.
Good hustle from Martin to try and force that ball up. In the end, he knocked it loose, but could only knock it out of bounds.
And, you know, with Charles Smith being down, a good hustle here from Martin as he dives on the floor. But with Smith being down, it could be a blessing in disguise for the Eagles because, you know, Maddox now has to step up and be more aggressive offensively, and you could see the kind of talent that he has. That could be a really good thing for the Eagles.
Oh! Kickball by Defoe, up in the air and into the Newcastle fans.
And Les, one of the biggest Newcastle fans, caught that with one hand. What a play!
Now, if he was at the baseball, he'd get to take it home. But he threw it back. Fired up, long 2 again from Crucelli.
It's his spot. You can't allow him to stand out at that high post and take that open jump shot, but give Frank Holmes credit for the good kick-out pass.
Chapman with the pull-up, little short on that. Holmes with the rebound. Margai to Joseph. Back to Margai, trying to find a gap through the middle. Travis Holmes. Little stop and go, and he backs out. Shot clock into single figures. Gets it out, Crucelli, got to shoot it, does shoot it, doesn't convert. Good offensive boards from Julius Joseph. Margai for the Heat, trailing by 6. We're midway through the second here in Sports Central. Second playing third. Crucelli darts through the lane. Another one from close range that doesn't go in for the Heat. Martin given space, takes the 3. Oh, Defoe gets a rebound he really ought not to have.
Nice job from Defoe. Been really aggressive so far.
Maddox got him way out by Joseph. He's got some tremendous ball handling skills for a big guy. Here's Chapman penetrating, not loose by Travis Holmes. Frank Holmes diving on the floor. They'll call that a jump ball. It's pointing the way of Surrey, so they'll have possession of the ball.
They deserve that possession with the defense and with the hustle. Good job, good hands there from Holmes. Then Frank Holmes gets on the floor hustling. I like what I've seen from Surrey. It'd be easy for them after missing all those layups and going down early to this Newcastle team to fold, but they certainly haven't done that. And you can see from watching them courtside here why they have the record that they do. They don't let anything bother them. They just keep going, and they compete on the defensive end.
Travis Holmes takes the jump shot, short, and the easy rebound for Maddox. Martin looking to push at pace, as he always does.
Nice.
Kicks it out to Huffman for three. String music for Damon Huffman.
Oh, that play was made by Martin. His ability to get in the lane and kick it out to Huffman, who knocks it down.
Frank Holmes going strong inside for two.
Good battle there with him and Defoe, but nice move from Frank. Quick move with the spin and the finish.
Huffman ran the screen. They've switched on this, so they throw it down low to Defoe. Cricelli comes to help, but Defoe in off the glass.
Good move from Defoe, but Surrey's got to come over and double that when they see Defoe matched up with a guard.
He's into double figures now with 10, Defoe. Maddox looking to break the other way for Newcastle. Flanoy on the trail. Flanoy pulls up just inside the foul line for two.
Fab doesn't shoot the ball that often, but if there is a spot he likes to shoot it at, it's right down the middle there, that 15-footer. It's a good spot for him.
Eagles lead out to 11 here. 3 minutes from halftime. Cricelli. Chavez back to Cricelli. Trying to go to work against Maddox. And eventually the foul is called on the Newcastle man.
Very physical out there right now. Good one-on-one battle there. Put the arm in maybe there. They let a lot go early. And that's what Maddox is saying, you know, let us play.
Well, he's come over to have a quick word with the referee, and it's one of those fouls that you do wonder if it wasn't called, would it really affect the game? That's not to say it isn't a foul. Raftopoulos, quick step, drives in, tried to toss it up quick. I think he saw Martin come in with the swing. No, Raftopoulos almost stole it back. Huffman faking it, the three. Now he takes it, had the line. We were right behind that, looked good, but it was short in the end.
9 shot attempts already from Huffman. We talked about being aggressive with Smith being out. Certainly has been.
And most of his shot attempts have been from behind the arc.
Whoa.
And, well, Martin tried to get out of the way there. Travis Holmes looking for a foul. That will be called a travel. Anthony Martin doesn't agree with it. And I would just wonder whether it was one of those that looked like it might be, but actually wasn't.
I didn't think it was from here. Let's see.
Maybe.
A lot of steps there.
Yeah, that the last little lift of the left foot. Travis Holmes. Cricelli. Travis Holmes slips. Huffman diving on the loose ball. That will be, well, one ref's called a jump ball, the other ref's called a foul. It's on Travis Holmes for grabbing round.
Uh-oh. Creon is irate on the sideline right now.
And he's been warned anymore, and it'll be a technical foul, but he looks like a man
He's
that
got to be careful. He's got to be careful now. You know, 11-point lead. You don't want to give free points away. Newcastle's playing good defense. Give them credit. Really digging in on the defensive end. And matching the physicality from Surrey.
Martin fires it up, not quite, tipped out by Flanoy, but only as far as Travis Holmes. Travis Holmes now penetrates in, and Finally, they do get a close one to go in.
Yeah, they're both so slippery in there, those two. They're able to get in the lane.
Huffman with another pull-up three, and he hits yet again! His fourth triple in the first half.
Well, Smith's down. Who's going to shoot it? I'm going to shoot it, says Huffman, but he's wide open. And his shot looks so good when he lets it go. He's got great form.
4 of 9 from behind the arc here in the first half. Damon Huffman for 14 points. Frank Holmes, that was too easy. Maddox seemed to just move out of the way there as Big Frank came in.
Nice, strong move from Frank. Able to put it on the floor as well. Good finish around the hoop. Timeout, Eagles.
Of course, Newcastle Eagles playing the Leicester Riders in the BBL Cup final. You can watch that live on Sky Sports, January 13th, coincidentally enough. Chapman backs down, and that's where you get a guy like Chavis Holmes. He's got that length that he can get a hand in Chapman's face, make it more difficult.
I thought Chapman made a good move, though, and I thought that's one of the ones he'll look back on and think he could have made. But again, Defoe, you know, out of bounds, but keeping the ball alive. A lot of energy from him.
Chavis Holmes. Joseph has certainly brought a lot of effort and energy to the offensive end. Very aggressive. That is going to be a blocking foul on Defoe. He thought he had position there. Referee thought otherwise.
I think it's a good call. Still moving the feet, but the battle is going on between Flanoy and Joseph in the post.
Two guys who would never back down. Chavis Holmes.
Oh,
that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, big time. Hands in the face, going right on the baseline. Good floater.
Well, just a little bit of pressure from the Heat. Newcastle weren't ready for it. They tried to inbound it, but actually Martin was out of bounds when he caught the ball.
Nice play there from the Holmes brothers. Both of them up to cause the turnover.
Timeout called, 30 seconds to go here in this first half, and well, both coaches wanting to talk things over. I think we've seen all 4 timeouts in this half.
Well, you know, 8-point game at the moment here, taking the ball out of bounds, 31 seconds in the half. If he can draw something up here to get a quick shot, he may be able to get a 2-for-1 situation where he'll get an opportunity to come back and cut into that lead even more.
Well, you can see Coach Raftopoulos drawing up a play. Looks like it'll involve some high post action, unless it's the pressure on the ball, it could be, I suppose, what they want to do if they score. But I think it's just from this inbound. It's going to run something around the high screen.
Well, maybe he'll get it inbounds and bring it back out and run a play. That's an option, but like I said, it's also an option to run a quick hitter out of bounds, get a quick basket, and maybe come back and get another opportunity after the Eagles take their shot on the other end.
Well, it will have to be a pretty quick hit if they're going to get the ball back, because there's 7 seconds between the game clock and Newcastle being able to run time down to the end of the first half when they regain possession.
Man-to-man defense, the out of bounds.
Julius Joseph it is to send it in for the Heat. Raftopoulos running around the screen. It's kicked out top to Travis Holmes. Gets to the basket, misses the close in, tips it in, and by the time Newcastle inbound this, they can switch the shot clock off. Newcastle can take this last play. Huffman orchestrating things. Now 10 seconds to go. Offered the screen, turns the corner, flips it up, not quite. Defoe gets the rebound. Defoe fires it up in time, but it didn't go. But again, the hustle, the effort from Darius Defoe on the offensive glass.
Nice work from both teams. Good first half of basketball. Surrey struggled around the basket early, but give them credit for coming back and being down by 6.
Yep, very much in the balance still here at the half at Sports Central. It's the Eagles 45, Heat 39. We'll be back with second half action after this. Welcome back to Newcastle, where the two teams are making their way out onto court. Rob, you've been poring over the stats at halftime. What's caught your eye?
Well, Huffman with 14 points, Maddox with 11. We talked about who was going to step up with Smith being out. But we look at the Eagles, 10 turnovers in the first half. But they did a good job from the three-point line, 6 of 15. And you look at Surrey, 0 for 1 from the three-point line. So you would think if they were going to win this game, someone's going to have to step up from beyond the arc, make a few threes.
Even attempt a few threes, because they took that one very early in the game. And then, I mean, you just don't normally see a BBL team not going to the three-point shot that often. Maddox trying to find a way past Cricelli. There is none, and Frank Holmes pulls in the rebound.
Good defense from Cricelli. He saw that move earlier from Maddox, was intelligent enough to jump on that spin move. Good D.
Margot gets it on to Cricelli. Chavez Holmes trying to drive along the baseline, and Defoe's going to get called for a little bump. I think that's his third. Again, all 3 of his fouls have not been much of fouls, but enough to be whistled for them.
If he moved his feet just a little more, he would have been okay.
Chavez Holmes again, sweet-looking jump shot.
And that's a great play from the out of bounds. A lot of times, guys take the ball out of bounds. If you take it out quick, you could find somebody wide open. Nice play from Travis to Chavez.
It's a 4-point lead now for the Newcastle Eagles, a minute into the second half. Hoffman
Nice.
What a pass that is.
Whoa!
Strong is double block. And Frank Holmes is on the floor trying to keep it alive. Does keep it alive to Chavez Holmes. Back out to Frank Holmes. Travis, oh, good dish inside. Travis is forced to kick out to Margai for 3, and we're going to need to make some.
There it is, Margai, wide open, knocks it down. Good kick-out pass.
Huffman ran the screen. Gets it to Flanoy.
Mismatch here. Defoe.
Defoe going to work, trying to force it inside to Flanoy. Flanoy somehow came up with it and scored.
Well, Fab does that. He has the ability to find the basketball, found it, and finished it for 2.
Margai. Cricelli comes to the free throw line. Margai goes the other way, gets it off to Frank Holmes. Too deep, can't let him get that close to the basket.
Good play from Margai in the penetration, but Holmes is strong down there. When he catches it around the basket, able to rise up and finish. Good start to the third quarter from the Heat.
Chapman kicks it back out. Hoffman penetrates in off the glass, not quite, but the rebound is flipped back out to Defoe. Flanoy almost like he waited for the defense so he could go to one.
A little bit of jump hook from Flanoy. Good back to the basket move from the 6'3.5" power forward. Really strong in there. Good move.
Travis Holmes fires up. That's off the back of the ring. Rebound pulled in by Flanoy. Here's Hoffman. Fakes at the 3, bounces it down to Defoe, looking to go to work, trying to spin back the other way off the glass for 2. Nice move. Eagles now by 5. Margai for the Heat. Cricelli. Travis Holmes into Frank Holmes, dumps off to Cricelli.
Nice.
Good vision from Frank Holmes.
Oh, good job there. They found Holmes. He was being fronted by Fab, but he caught it. The help came over. Another nice pass from Holmes. He's had a few of those tonight.
Travis Holmes knocks that one out of bounds. It'll be a sideline ball to the Newcastle Eagles. Lobbed into Chapman. Gets it to Maddox. Maddox trying to fight his way through. Tough shot in the fall away. Looked like he might have got caught on the arm. Nothing doing. Cricelli. Chavez Holmes. Margai ran the screen. Shot clock down to 6 now. Chavez Holmes under pressure.
Nice, nice.
Good ball movement. Frank Holmes goes up, tries to jam it down. Sometimes you just got to take the 2. Maddox trying to fight his way through under pressure. Flanoy in there saves it, throws it back towards Chapman. Chapman couldn't keep it in the front court, so it'll be a backcourt violation on the Eagles. Well, here's another look. Flanoy hustling hard, threw it back, but
Travis Holmes just yelled at Frank Holmes to go up with 2 hands. He yelled to him after he missed that dunk attempt. And like you said, a lot of times you just want your guys to find a way to put it in. Don't worry about the dunk. 2 good interior passes on that play. But unfortunately for Surrey, they weren't able to come up with the 2.
5:40 to go here in the third. Eagles leading the Heat by 3, but Surrey with possession of the ball.
A zone for Newcastle. You know, it's very rare you see them go to a zone. The timeout was called, and you know they're looking at the perimeter shooting from Surrey, a team that doesn't take many from outside. Fab goes to the zone.
Maybe trying to bait them into it. There's Chavez Holmes, fakes it 3, steps in under pressure, gets it Crucelli.
I like this Chavez Holmes. He just plays the game at his pace. You know, he's never in a rush, no matter what the shot clock says. And I think that his team feeds off that. I think they all seem to play with that calm way about him. Another great pass from him.
Huffman under pressure, drives through, dumps off. Maddox trying to finish, does finish, gets fouled, will go to the line for a bonus.
I'll give Huffman credit there for the drive in traffic, the quick dish here. And Maddox has struggled here early in the third quarter to finish, but that time was in a good position, went up strong. We'll have a chance for the 3-point play.
Kareem Maddox with a double-double in this ball game. 13 points, 12 rebounds. This free throw will see him become the joint leading scorer in the game on 14 alongside his teammate Damon Huffman.
15 points per game, 8 rebounds, shooting 51% from the field. Good first year in the league for Maddox.
And he's pretty much above all of those game average numbers already here with 15 minutes to go. Shot doesn't go from Holmes. Rebound pulled in by Chapman. Chapman trying to zip one down, picked off by Chavez Holmes. Travis Holmes into the lane and just floats one in.
Another good defensive play there from Chavez. And then he found Travis right on time. Nice little pull-up. These two playing so well together tonight.
Defoe. Huffman bounces into Maddox. Maddox short on that one. Rebound pulled in by Frank Holmes. Here's Travis Holmes. And now Chavez Holmes on the far side.
Back to the man-to-man.
Margai fires up. So it's just something to throw them a little wrinkle coming out of the timeout, changing the defense up pretty good. Oh, good hands again.
Wow.
And that's going to be a foul on Flanoy. He's claiming accidental. But Chavez Holmes with his second steal in quick succession.
Good anticipation. He did get tripped there. Good anticipation. He has those long arms, and he just baits you into making those passes. Steal, second steal.
Second of the game. He's got 7 assists and 10 points. And he will now inbound the ball to his twin brother, Travis. Joseph. Holmes wants it in the low post. They're struggling to get it down to him. Now they do. And Frank Holmes shows why he wanted it in the low post.
Good teamwork there. Swinging the ball the other side because they were front and then back to the high post. Good pass from Crucelli.
Huffman goes quick to the hole off the glass.
Oh, we've seen that from him this year. Definitely a great shooter from the perimeter, but at times has a burst of speed. And we watched that last week against Plymouth. He was able to finish around the rim. Good move.
Crucelli with the spin. Cross court to Crucelli again. His shot is a little bit short. Hoffman coming flying through the air for his 4th rebound of the game.
Averages 5 a game. Good rebounding guard, Hoffman.
Maddox driving in, steps under, trying to draw a foul, doesn't get it, but Flanoy with the offensive rebound and putback.
Oh, he's tough down there. You can't allow him to get that position because he's so strong. He's done that a couple times this quarter.
Frank Holmes hands over to Crucelli. Now Joseph. Shot clock down to 5 here. Joseph under pressure from behind the arc, hits for 3.
Good defense from Flanoy, but Joseph with that different looking shot hits the 3.
Foul call. Well, we were talking about them not really taking that many threes. There's the second of the game as foul was called at the other end. And you see Newcastle looking to push quickly. Martin so fast. Tried to break through the double team, drew the foul. Be an Eagles ball from the side. 1-point game here with 2 minutes to go. Second leading third. And Joseph just grabbing Huffman as he went round.
And that's how you want your point guard. Come around the pick and roll, attack. A good play from Huffman.
And once again, it'll be a sideline ball, this time on the near side, which Joe Chapman will inbound. 3 is good. Stretches the Eagles lead out to 4.
5th 3 of the game for Hoffman. Use the pick and roll. Pull up, knocks it down.
Chavez out to Raftopoulos to reply with 3 of his own in short. And Defoe pulls in the rebound. Maddox trying to back down Joseph, and the foul is called on Julius Joseph. And the entire Heat bench thought this was an offensive foul.
I don't know. There's a lot of banging by Joseph down there. I think that was the correct call. Interesting, the Eagles players all yelled at Maddox, throw it up in the air. You might have got the 2 shots, but they take it out underneath.
Maddox going to work again. This time he does throw it up, and it's off the mark. Crucelli comes forward for the Heat.
Good physical defense by the Heat.
Travis home attacks the basket, lays it in for 2, draws the foul, and he'll go to line for a 3-point play.
Both of these guys, Chavez and Travis, have the ability to maybe lull you to sleep and then use that quick first step and finish. And I really like what I've seen out of these 2 tonight. They play the game at their speed and have a great understanding of when to go and when not to go.
Travis Holmes rattles in the 3-point play. Chips it back down to a point. Minute to go here in the third. Chapman turns the corner, kicks back out to Martin, checks his feet, head fakes, second attempt. He almost never go in at the second attempt. Last touch by Chapman. It'll be a Heat ball.
Nice pass from Chapman out to Martin. I like to see Martin just let that one go.
Yeah.
As soon as he catches it.
Chavez Holmes out to Joseph from behind the arc. It's short, and Maddox can let that one bounce out of bounds.
Good look for Joseph. He's probably their best 3-point shooter, 31% on the season, but another good penetration by Holmes and kicks it out.
Huffman, little stop and go, pulls up in the mid-range, not quite. They're fighting for the offensive rebound, Maddox and Defoe. Eventually, Maddox picks it up and the Eagles will reset. There's almost nothing between shot and game clock, so they can basically run this down.
Very rarely you see Joe Chapman pass up a wide open 3, but he does it to run the clock down.
Huffman round the screen, pulls up for 3 himself and hits another one from behind the arc is sixth. Cricelli will toss it from inside his own half, not too far away. But great finish to the quarter by Damon Huffman.
He's got such a nice stroke, good rotation on it. He's using the pick and roll well. I think in the timeout now, in between quarters, Coach Raftopoulos has to come up with some way to limit the looks that Huffman's given, because if he gets those looks in the fourth quarter, could be trouble for the Heat.
Could be trouble for the Heat. They trail by 4 here to the champions. Still a quarter to go. We'll have fourth quarter action after this. Welcome back to Newcastle, where the Eagles and the Heat very much a bomb burn. And this one close all the way through. Eagles had the lead for pretty much most of it, but the Heat not going away. Newcastle currently up 4.
Yeah, good game. Good game here. Both teams playing well. It's poised for a good finish. Give credit to Damon Huffman. He's come out tonight 22 points through 3 quarters already. 6 3-point field goals. Shot looks great right now.
6 3-point field goals at 55% from behind the arc. Chavez Holmes. On to Joseph. Back to Chavez Holmes. Inside to Cricelli. Chavez Holmes for 3, halfway down. Cricelli bats it out. Raftopoulos fakes at the 3. Chavez Holmes, he just seems to have a first step that just beats his man every time. Cricelli trying to convert on the rebound, and Joe Chapman just claps his hands in frustration. He committed the foul.
Well, Chavez Holmes wanted the foul there on that baseline drive. Looked like Defoe came over, and Defoe does a good job of that. He comes over with the arms straight up in the air. A good no call. But puts Holmes off enough to miss the shot. But credit Cercelli, who never stops working on the backboard.
First free throw is good. This one to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, he's having a nice season for Surrey. 14 points per game, 8 rebounds. Plays good defense, very versatile.
Well, he's up to just about his average now. He's up to 14 points, and he has 7 rebounds in this game. Martin with the quick step, going all the way, head fake. Oh, wow, and now he's just defensively, you cannot give up 2 points like that.
Well, that's a matchup Martin likes. He likes Raftopoulos out there in the middle of the floor with him. He's gone by him a few times tonight. Good play from him.
Good hands from Huffman to bat it away. Sideline ball, which Raftopoulos will inbound to Chavez Holmes. Bounces it in the general direction of Frank Holmes. Saved by Joseph. Cricelli under pressure. Got to shoot. Don't get it off in time. Didn't hit the ring anyway. 24-second violation on the Surrey Heat.
That was Chavez Holmes there, threw that pass to Holmes. He's looking at him. Why didn't you catch it? It looked like he could have caught it. That disrupted the whole play, but give the Eagles credit. Turned up their defense in that possession. 4-point lead for them.
Martin again. Likes that matchup.
He likes that matchup. He's going to have to take him off Martin, or Martin will go by him all night. Nice move from Anthony.
Frank Holmes with the jump shot. That's too long. Rebound Flanoy. Flanoy to Chapman, pull up 3, halfway down. Cricelli with the rebound. Raftopoulos fakes it the 3, runs into the floater, not enough on it. Defoe with the rebound, game a bit open here.
Surrey need to be careful here. 6-point lead for the Eagles. They haven't got too many good shots last few possessions.
Well, they've switched Raftopoulos onto Huffman. He's going to look to try and go to work at him.
Whoever he has, let's go at him right now. You have to feel for him a little bit, the young guy, because they're abusing him. That was a good move from Huffman with the step back. Not only can he shoot it from 3, but he can shoot it off the dribble. Oh, around the back, step back, bang. And he's got such nice balance and nice form. They're putting out a shooting clinic tonight, Damon Huffman.
Well, Raftopoulos has gone over and sat down on the end of the bench. He realised he was getting subbed out after that play, and he's, well, cuts a consulate figure, sat down on the end.
Well, he's a young kid with a lot of talent. Because of injuries, has been forced on the floor and has played very well for them this year. So, you know, he's not the first guy that Anthony Martin's going to go by. He's not the first guy that Damon Huffin's going to hit a jumper over. So he'll be fine. Got a good future. Have a good timeout now for Creon. And needs to come up with, you know, some better looks at the basket here. It's a dangerous time. He doesn't want this to get away from him. That's a smart play right there by him. He knew Martin was up on top of him. I could see that coming out of the timeout. And as soon as he caught it, he forced the count. Watch him here. He knows he's there, and he knows he can get that foul. Smart play.
And what it does is it means Martin drops back a step or two on the next inbound, and he has a much easier time bringing it over the halfway line. Frank Holmes with the pull-up off the mark. It's 2 jump shots in a row from Frank Holmes. Neither have gone in. Skip pass
Good
round
screen
to Chapman, and traveling violation is called against Joe Chapman.
Good screen from Flanoy to set that up. He's calling for it over there. As you can see right there, sets it up.
Probably didn't quite get the ball down in time, but I mean, Joe Chapman just isn't moving very well over the last couple of games. Good hands from Martin Huffman out on the run. He's pinned.
Give me that.
Absolutely pinned. Set him up.
Wow.
Travis Holmes jammed it to the backboard and grabbed the rebound. Here's Joseph cutting in. He walked with it. And give Hoffman an assist on that travel because he batted the ball up so that Joseph couldn't get it down.
Man, that was a heck of a block from Holmes at the other end. Good outlet pass by Defoe, and give me that. Grabbed it, but Huffman didn't hang his head. He got all the way back and did a good job on the defensive end.
Chapman drives in, dumps
Nice.
off to Defoe, and he's fouled by Frank Holmes as he went hard to the hole.
Good curl there from Chapman, and he knew that he had that screen from Defoe, and Defoe's man was going to have to help a little. Good pass. I've been impressed, you know, all night with Chapman's passing, his court awareness. You know, not taking too many shots tonight, Chapman. We've seen him take a lot more. He's only taken 8 shots for 8 points. But I like what he's done with his feel for the game and his ability to get other people involved.
Just a word of note on that foul from Frank Holmes. His 3rd in the game. Remember, he got 2 fairly early on, 6-7 minutes into the game. We were a bit worried, but he's done well to stay out of foul trouble since then.
And it's been important for him because he's done a good job defensively. Now, like I said, they need to get a better look. They've settled for some jump shots from Frank Holmes. Let's see if they can get the ball in Chavez's hands.
Here's Travis to Crucelli. Crucelli, good hands from Hoffman to knock it loose. Bit scrambled here. Frank Holmes has it along the baseline. That's where you want him doing his work.
Yeah, good finish by Frank. Wow. Angled himself to the basket. Took the contact. Woo!
Oh, what a move from Anthony Martin.
He did the spin move there. We've seen him lulled to sleep. You know, he had the ball in his left hand, lulled to sleep, quick spin, and was able to finish. Good. There you see it, a little late with the spin, but you see it there. And not only is he quick going to the basket, but he's a good finisher, Anthony Martin. The New York City product, and like a lot of New York City guards, gets to the basket, no matter how tall they are, and is able to finish.
Crucelli inside to Frank Holmes. Oh, Defoe with the block. He's called for the foul. He doesn't look happy about it. That will be his 4th. Here's another look.
Ooh. You can see why. He did a heck of a job of closing him down. Looked like it was going to be a dunk from here.
It's his 4th personal foul.
Wow.
Frank Holmes will go to the line, shooting a pair.
He struggled there this season, 55%, Frank.
The first Smith serves only to get the Geordies to make even more noise to try and put him off, but he does hit the second one. Surrey with a little up-court pressure here with just over 6 minutes to go. They trail by 9.
Zone.
Huffman comes back out to the top. Around the screen, fires up another one, not quite. Nice. Oh, good bat by Defoe. He hit it to where Chapman was, but Chapman had come in for the offensive rebound. It ended up going over his head. Chavez home steps underneath, tipped away by Defoe to Martin. Very few people will catch him. Crucelli almost did, but Martin laid it in.
Super fast, but again, like I said, not only is he fast, but he's crafty around the basket. Good finish from Anthony.
That'll be a foul on Martin. Just linked arms there with Chavez Holmes and gets whistled for the hold. Crucelli sits down, Margai checks back in.
The defense from the Eagles in this fourth quarter has been solid. Nothing easy.
Holmes, shot clock down to 5. That will be a blocking foul on Damon Huffman. Well, there's contact made. He's not quite in a defensive position, but his argument is, I didn't make any movement. I'm just standing there. He's ran into me.
Looked like he got there. He moved the feet really well. That's what you tell your defender to do. Tough call.
Travis Holmes makes the first from the foul line.
75% free throw shooter so far this year.
In another 2 right there. 5 minutes and some change to go here in the fourth quarter. Ooh. Eagles by 9. Huffman drives through. He's barreled over by Joseph. And I think that was one of them where Julius didn't really pull out of it, I think, more than anything else.
Wow, it's like a American football. Over the middle, wide receiver. And I'll tell you what, Joseph hit you, you'll know about it. Huffman will feel that later tonight.
4th personal foul on him now as well. Huffman turns the corner, steps back, looking for some help, finds Chapman. Home fans counting down the shot clock, ripped away by Margai, and that will be a blocking foul on Huffman. And with every call that goes against the Eagles, the ire in Sports Central gets higher and higher.
Oh, little Huffman looks a little fired up right now. He was calling Travis Holmes, told him to come here. We saw him getting a little something with Ojo last weekend too, so Huffman not backing down.
We'll just have a quick look because Travis Holmes has gone and stood over right next to it. Travis Holmes makes the free throw.
Travis done a nice job from the foul line this year. 81% from the free throw line.
So that's how you tell them apart. Travis shoots a little better from the free throw line. Martin. Well, it certainly fired up the home fans. There's a call off the ball.
And Huffman is just getting knocked to the floor on every possession. And the Heat are physical. They're definitely a physical team. And you look at some of them with Margai, strong guard. He just ran right over Huffman.
Inline ball, which Flanoy looks to inbound. Huffman lets go of the shot. Doesn't quite get it to roll. Chavez Holmes with the rebound. Still 7 between them. Joseph. Holmes. Frank Holmes. Margai. Travis Holmes fakes at the 3, steps underneath, trying to cause some contact, but knocks it in off the glass.
That mid-range game, you know, he had the look from the 3, but took a couple dribbles and then was able to hang in the air and make another tough shot.
Huffman round the screen, steps back under. Good hands in the passing lane from both the twins. Travis Holmes out on the break, draws the foul, lays it in. Foul is on Joe Chapman, and Travis Holmes will go to the line trying to make it a 2-point game.
They did a good job of breaking up the play. And then again, not in a rush, nice and composed. And I'll tell you what, when McLemore comes back, you know, McLemore, a very good player, no question about it, and had a great start to the season. He was scoring around 19 points a game. But this guy, it looks like he's been there all year, the way he's playing. You got to give him credit for coming into a new team and being able to contribute like this right away.
Well, as the teams take a timeout, so will we. We'll be back after the break. And Travis Holmes walking to the free throw line, trying to make it a 2-point contest.
"16 points, 6 rebounds for Travis.
4 of 5 from this distance so far tonight. And make that 4 of 6 as that one rims out. Chapman onto Defoe, and now Martin. Good hands from Crucelli, but Chapman comes up with it. Chapman dumps into Defoe, and Defoe is fouled. Good foul too by Margai. Make sure you don't give up the easy 2.
Good pass here from Chapman. This is a hard foul from Margai, but you're right. Defoe gave him a little look there. He hit him hard. But you're right. You don't want to give him any opportunity to make the basket. And Defoe will go back to the free throw line.
Perfect so far from this distance today. 4 of 4. That one has a think, wipes his feet and drops in.
It's always nice to have a big guy that shoots at 70%.
Particularly at this stage of the game. And he makes both of them. 78-73 in favor of the Eagles. Travis Holmes under pressure, gets it to his brother. Round the screen. Travis looks to step, again off the glass with that little floater. This one doesn't go. Chapman off and running, has numbers with him, lobs it up to Defoe. Defoe did well to pull that one in.
Why not feed the big man? He's been all over the court tonight. He's giving him a great effort.
And he knocks down another free throw. Darius Defoe, 17 points, 11 rebounds.
Man, it's more than the statistics, even though those are great, but his energy, you know.
First free throw miss of the game for him, though. But Surrey need scores now. They can't afford to come up with blanks. Good dish inside. Frank Holmes, oh, misses the chippy, and there's a foul on the rebound. And they're over the limit, so it'll be a long walk down for free throws, but that should have been 2 points for the Heat.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again tonight for them. And getting the opportunities, you see Holmes, who's a good finisher, just got caught on the net a little bit. But another good play from Travis Holmes. His ability to put the ball on the floor, and that's what looks to be so difficult playing against this Heat team, is you have Travis and Travis that both can not only score, but both have the ability to put it on the floor and make other players better.
Well, Defoe, having not missed a free throw all night, has just missed 2 in a row now. And that one, well, it was a bit flat, but it went in. 80 points to 73. Eagles sneak back out to a 7-point lead here. Margai. Heat desperate for a score here. Crucelli drives in, trying to get it, does get it.
Wow, they pressed up on him because they know he hits that jump shot, but give him credit for adjusting and putting it on the floor and finishing closer to the hoop.
Defoe. On to Martin. Chapman kicks it back out. Huffman wide open for three. Wow, it didn't go in. The way he's been shooting, you'd expect it to. Defoe almost had the rebound. Martin almost with a steal. And there's still pressure on. They just get it over in time there. Oh, nice from Travis Holmes to the hole for two, and it's back down to three again.
Wow, great drive there. And the Eagles look a little tired. Both teams look a little tired here as we come under 2 minutes.
Flanoy to Huffman. Shot clock into single figures yet again. Huffman round the screen, still going. He's bumped by Frank Holmes. I'm just wondering, is that his fourth, or let's just check with the table. It is his fourth personal foul.
And that's a bad foul there. 4 seconds on the shot clock. You want to move your feet. You want to make him take a tough shot. Now you put Huffman to the foul line. 65% of the foul line so far this year.
Certainly hit some key ones in Plymouth last weekend down the stretch. That's his first attempt from this distance today. He has 25 points to his name. Make that 26 as he hits both of them. And Eagles out to 5. Margai penetrates to the finger roll for two.
Yeah, Margai not looking for his offense much, but in a big spot, the ability to drive and finish. Good play from him.
I think he took the Eagles by surprise as much as anything else. Huffman round the high screen once again. They've switched up. He's got Frank Holmes in front of him. They've recovered back, but they've lost the man. Good hands from Travis Holmes when it looked like an open dunk for Defoe.
4 seconds on the shot clock.
Here's the passing. Eagles got to get a shot off here because of a potential shot clock violation. It didn't go, and Holmes is out and running. Travis to Cricelli on the trail. Charles Holmes trying to tip it in. Huffman pulls down the rebound.
Another missed layup there. Cricelli missed, and then you would like to see Holmes take his time. Missed opportunity for the Heat.
Inside the final minute, Eagles leading by a shot here. And again, Eagles trying to take some air out of the ball. Martin round the screen. Martin, big shot from the corner for Defoe! Oh, Darius Defoe shows his range, hits a three! And what a killer that is! Darius Defoe in the corner for three!
You know what? He's had a heck of a game. Why not, Darius? Take the three. He's a good shooter from about 18 feet, but he shows you he can step out. Martin made the drive, kicked it out to him, and a big shot from a guy who's played so well with so much energy all night, Darius Defoe.
Well, Darius Defoe has a big double-double here with 26 points and 13 rebounds. But before tonight, he'd taken 2 3-point shots all season, missed them both. Well, that is a potentially dagger shot there by Darius Defoe, because it doubles Newcastle's lead with 40 seconds to play. We're in must-score territory here for the Heat. They cannot allow themselves to come up empty-handed here. They could do with doing it quickly as well. Time not on their side. Travis Holmes drives in, kicks it round to Travis. Back into the corner, Travis, long two, towed the line, didn't go. And there's a foul on Martin as Cricelli got the rebound, and both teams over the limit, so it'll be 2 free throws here.
Nice job for Cricelli. He's played hard tonight, and he always plays hard. That's what you like about him. Not afraid to mix it up in there. Not the biggest guy in the world, but tough. He came up with a big rebound there. Now he needs to make the free throws.
Must makes it for Sam Cricelli. First one does not go in. And that is potentially huge with only 25 seconds to go. Makes the second though. Need a quick foul here. Can't let him take time off the clock. Got to foul him. Need to stop the clock. Need to stop the clock. They're not even trying to foul. They need to foul. They need to foul.
Boy.
Wow, they let 13 seconds go there.
Wow.
Down 5, they had to stop the clock.
You'd like to see him foul right away in the backcourt. Now, Martin going to the line for 2. He makes them both. That's about it.
Well, it's about it anyway with 13 seconds to go. The Newcastle fans certainly already on their feet, starting to celebrate victory. But if this one goes in, it's definitely done because it's a 7-point lead with 13 seconds to go.
He's had a good game here, Anthony Martin. He's come in here, made some good plays, getting to the basket, also played some good defense.
Well, Coach Raftopoulos has called a timeout. Travis Holmes will inbound. To Frank Holmes, hands it back to Travis Holmes. Shot goes up for 3, doesn't go, and that will do it. As Martin runs away, while Raftopoulos is going to prolong the even for a second or 2, committing a foul.
You'd like to see him foul last time that quickly.
Yeah.
And
the Eagles fans are in full voice.
Yeah, they have to admire their team tonight and the ability to, you know, turn it up a notch in the 4th quarter. I thought defensively they turned it up for a stretch in the 4th quarter. And they're able to get another win here at home.
Martin just putting the icing on the cake here. And the second one is good as well. Raftopoulos brings it forward. I don't know, Frank Holmes seems to have lost himself. He's talking a lot here.
Jeez.
He's been running down the court. He was chatting a lot at the free throw line, and he ran up to Defoe. And Frank Holmes seems to have lost his cool here. He's still going at Defoe and Chapman, I think. And Coach Raftopoulos has just dragged him away. But Frank Holmes, he was chatting a lot on the free throw line. I thought towards his own team, but perhaps towards Martin. And then as he ran down court, he was still chuntering away and went right up to Defoe and had something to say. Let's look on the replays. Just gave him a little shove there.
Let's take a look at that. Wow. Shoved him right in the chest to start. Don't know what that was about.
Well, you can see Fab's not happy at all about that. Credit to Defoe, he just sort of walked away from it, left it alone. But Fab Flanoy is really unhappy with the reaction of Frank Holmes at the end of that game. And, well, the referee's gone over to go talk to Frank Holmes as well and calms it down. A bit of unnecessary at the end of what has been a very good game of basketball.
A very good game, very physical game. 2 teams going at each other. But like I said, give the Eagles credit. I mean, they deserve to win tonight. I thought defensively they were solid when they had to be. And I thought Darius Defoe was the guy. You know, you talk about Huffman, he hit some big shots and played very well. But Defoe's energy from start to finish was on display tonight in Newcastle.
Certainly was. The Eagles have beaten the Heat 89 points to 80. Well, Fab, a 9-point win over the team just behind you in the table. That's an excellent result.
Yeah, I mean, we played, I wouldn't call it a pretty, but, you know, we got it done in the end. We made free throws at the end. They stayed close. We turned the ball over a lot, and that's one of the reasons why they're in games and they playing so well, because they have a lot of pressure and they got lots of hands in the passing lane. So, you know, we took care of the ball late towards the end, and we made our free throws.
In the first half, you built a bit of lead on some excellent shooting from Huffman and good work inside from Maddox and Defoe.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half of the game, and in particular first quarter, first couple of minutes, we found our rhythm early. You know, we were able to hit shots, and I think Coach Creon called the timeout early about the 6-minute mark or somewhere in there, and we turned the ball over 2 times in a row, and it was downhill from there, in particular in the way that we were playing. We should have had a little bit more composure. But I'm pretty sure his timeout was about trying to get us under our skin and taking our rhythm away from us.
And down the stretch, you had a bit of a lead. They came back at you, and suddenly Darius in the corner hits a three.
Yeah, I mean, Darius, stepping down, I've been telling him about shooting that shot, and, I'm the greatest coach in the world when he makes that shot. But if he'd have missed it, Darius, why did you shoot it? Or more importantly, why is he there? But, he's come along a long way, and, that 15-foot shot that he has is nice. And, credit to Anthony Martin and finding him in the corner to make that shot.
Well, Creon, was that a game that you could have won, but perhaps missed a few too many easy shots?
Yeah, I think it was, we got some really good looks, ran some high-low situations where we could have got an easy bucket and we just never executed. And when you miss a layup and they make a three-point shot, it makes a job really hard for you.
You guys did a good job of coming back. When they got up double figures, you showed your mental strength to get right back into the game.
Yeah, we fought back. Maybe that took a lot out of our legs to get back into that situation. But, I think Anthony Martin was kind of like an X factor in the second half. We got some good drives to the basket and obviously made some free throws. And then, Darius made his free throws. And I think the game-winning shot was his three-pointer from the corner.
Yeah, you don't often see Darius out on the three-point line. That must have been a dagger for you.
Yeah, that hurt, and sometimes when you're standing on the sideline, you just have a feeling. I felt it was going to go in the way you're shooting the ball from the free throw line. But, we got to just regroup. And as you said, a lot of chippies under the basket that we could have done without. And we competed, and we know that we kind of on their level. We did a great job on Joe Chapman, and just somebody else stepped up on the night.
Well, let's take a look at some other action now. Sheffield were hosting Glasgow on Friday night. They may have struggled in the cup, but Sheffield came into this game off the back of 2 league wins in a row and looking to extend that run. Gareth Murray gave the visitors their first lead of the game with 5 of 7 unanswered points, and the Rocks stretched that advantage out to 25-18 by the end of the first quarter. 8 points without reply from Glasgow in the second saw their lead peak at 35-22. 5 minutes to play in the first half here. Mike Tuck got things going in the right direction for the home side, however, and an 11-4 spell just before half-time cut the gap to only 6 with a minute to play. Not a lot of movement in the lead in the third quarter, bouncing between 5 and 9 as the teams traded blows, but Mika Williams hit consecutive triples and Nick Lewis followed him in with a third as Sheffield tied the game at 54-54 with 9 in a row. Into the fourth quarter and Olu Babalola taking over the game as they moved 66-58 clear. Gareth Murray ended that run and the Rocks closed back to within a score. Still just a basket between them with 2 to play, but the Sharks scored on 3 consecutive offenses whilst keeping the Rocks out at the other end to make it 78-69. Glasgow tried to lengthen the game, but Sheffield made their foul shots and ran out pretty comfortable in the end. Final score, Sheffield Sharks 83, Glasgow Rocks 74. Let's round up the weekend's action. Sheffield claimed an important win over the Rocks. We saw Eagles Heat, and Manchester had a late Ben Eves score to see them claim the bragging rights over the Phoenix. Plymouth inflicted Leicester's second defeat of the season, a big start to the fourth quarter proving key in their 86-82 victory over the Riders. Newcastle had a comfortable trip to the capital, beating the Lions 94-71. Glasgow defeated the Tigers, and more drama involving Cheshire on Sunday night. BJ Holmes hit 3 threes in the final 30 seconds to tie the game, only for Jerome Gums to win it from the line with 0.2 of a second remaining. Here's how things stand in the championship table after the weekend's action then. New leaders with Newcastle overtaking Leicester at the top. Surrey are a further 4 points back but only have 1 loss less than the top 2. Manchester and Sheffield both improved their playoff aspirations with wins over the weekend, but Cheshire and London are still ahead of them in the table. So once you've got over Christmas, don't forget we've got a very big January in store for you. The BBL Cup final is fast approaching, so make sure to mark it down in your diary. It's Newcastle Eagles versus Leicester Riders. We'll be live from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, Sunday 13th of January, Sky Sports 4 at 3 p.m. But before that, we have another live game for you. We'll be in the capital to see the London Lions take on the league-leading Leicester Riders. That's London Lions versus Leicester Riders, Tuesday, 8th of January, live on Sky Sports 3 from 7 p.m. Hope you enjoyed tonight's action. We'll see you after Christmas. Goodbye.